The Arcturians Peace. Dear readers, we greet you with love and gratitude for your hard work and continuing efforts to bring more light and awareness to a world in chaos. Present times are intense in many ways for everyone, both those who have awakened to truth and those who have not. You are wayshowers, the ones bringing light into the minds of so many feeling confused and lost as much that has constituted foundational belief systems begins to crumble. You are bringing the energy of truth to mass consciousness simply by living from your own highest level of awareness. You are wayshowers, the ones bringing light into the minds of so many feeling confused and lost as much that has constituted foundational belief systems begins to crumble. You are bringing the energy of truth to mass consciousness simply by living from your own highest level of awareness. Ascension simply means shifting fully into a new and higher level of spiritual consciousness. Never believe that you are doing nothing as you go about your day, no matter how ordinary it may seem, for your very presence can lift someone receptive. Your consciousness and energy field goes with you wherever you go. There remain many rites and rituals taught as requirements for assisting others. But at some point, a state of consciousness is attained that realizes nothing needs healing, changing, or fixing. Once this state of consciousness is attained, it can shift the consciousness of those receptive because the seeker has aligned himself with the higher energy field. This is how Master Jesus healed. His consciousness contained no beliefs of discord or disease. And so when anyone seeking healing came to him, they automatically entered into his consciousness where disease did not exist. However, he always reminded them not to go back to their old state of consciousness, where they would simply recreate the situation, which is true today. You are consciousness, and not the physical body, vehicle necessary for living in Earth's energies. It is your attained level of consciousness, your energy field, that helps awaken those ready for more rather than any forms of preaching, proselytizing, or demanding. You have all experienced people or places that you prefer to avoid, ones that leave you feeling drained and heavy. This is because there is only one, and when you align with lower resonating energies, they becomes yours and you feel them. Everyone carries a personal energy field, or a reflective of their physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual state of consciousness. Some are able to see this energy, but everyone can sense or feel it. Those living from an evolved level awareness soon find that denser energies no longer affect them as they once did. This is because slow, lower resonating energies cannot enter into the higher, lighter. Aligning with denser energies frequently happens without conscious awareness through engaged interactions with certain people, places, or things, and often simply through well-meaning attempts to help someone. We are not saying that you must never be in the presence of the denser energies, for that would be impossible and does not constitute alignment with them. Many of you are engaged in employment that requires you to be around denser energies, and most visit a bar now and then. Avoiding occasions of evil is an old religious teaching that may help children, but not evolving adults. What we are saying is that when you find yourself in the presence of people or places of lower resonating energy, simply stay centered and alert. Let your interactions with others who may be seeking advice flow from the level of compassion, staying in your light, rather than sympathy, aligning with the problem. You will know when you have aligned with lower resonating energy because it leaves you feeling drained. We wish to speak of peace. In the third dimension, peace is something to be attained between individuals or countries. In reality, peace is simply the manifestation of oneness. Peace has always been and forever will be, because it is only the conscious realization of oneness in universal consciousness will manifest as permanent world peace because consciousness is the substance of everything. A consciousness of oneness holds nothing to interfere with or block omnipresent divine balance and harmony, whether it be between humans, countries, or nature. Peace is the only interaction possible within one. Peace, being the essence of source, must therefore be a facet of everyone's consciousness, never needing to be attained or sought after, but rather recognized. The world in general is not now and never will experience true peace until it moves beyond beliefs of duality and separation. Consciousness is always expressing itself. If those directing peace efforts have not attained a consciousness of peace, they have nothing with which to create real peace. You cannot make something out of nothing. As more and more souls awaken into the truth of oneness, peace of all areas of life will begin to manifest. Peace created out of duality and separation can never be permanent because it is built on a foundation of sand, illusion. Peace, like everything else in the three-dimensional world, is the material sense of a deeper spiritual reality, oneness, and must be known and integrated by individuals and countries before it can manifest. This is evolution. The world hungers for peace, but the already present peace within everyone lies buried under layers of ignorance. Every soul innately knows that peace is their birthright, but does not realize that their belief system limits access to it. Couples seek peace in relationships. Parents seek peace with their children. Governments seek peace with other countries and their own citizens, but all continue to seek it in the wrong places. The third dimension always attempts to change bad appearances into good appearances, representing duality at its finest. Both are simply two ends of the same stick. Good human appearances are no more real than bad human appearances. Harmony only becomes permanent when one, or a majority, are able to see through appearances to the reality that exists behind them. At this time, most so-called leaders are simply shoving game pieces around on a giant world game board, using illusion and false beliefs to bring about what they personally want. The reality is that everything anyone or any country could ever have need of is already fully present, awaiting recognition. New and more evolved leaders are waiting on the sidelines. We do not say that you must never see a good marriage or family counselor if that is your need. Nor are we saying that laws and jails are not important, because there are many still in need. The three-dimensional tools. Valuable assistance is provided for all levels of awareness. When you feel the need for some outside help, allow yourself to be intuitively guided to those working from a higher and more enlightened level. Never believe that finding yourself in some sort of difficult three-dimensional situation is spiritual failure on your part, because it is often a graduation, the very experience necessary to clear some old concept or belief. When an individual seriously begins in a work, there are very few accidents. True and lasting peace can only happen when mankind is willing and able to leave behind the false and limiting beliefs of duality and separation. This is what Ascension is. The evolution out of illusion and into reality, a consciousness of oneness. This is what you are witnessing in the world right now and what is causing the chaos, confusion, violence, protests, etc. The old does not give up its hold easily. As you attain a consciousness of peace, it automatically manifests as you go about your day, no matter how seemingly ordinary. It is your state of consciousness appearing as the person who holds the door for you, as the dog who runs up to you wagging his tail with love, as a hug from someone when you most need it, as the person in a long checkout line that offers you his place. Harmony, abundance, peace etc. never comes from another, but rather through them, manifestations of your own attained state of consciousness. Ponder this. Peace is a consciousness able to experience the harmony, balance, cooperation etc. embodied within the one, a peace that can affect everyone within range of that consciousness with no personal effort. This does not mean that once this awareness is attained there will never again be situations in which you may be required to take some firm action as a parent, teacher, law enforcement officer, or even military, But you now do what is necessary from a consciousness of peace, allowing those words and actions to flow on energies able to uplift, help, and perhaps even awaken the other. True peace is coming, dear ones, but because it is a state of consciousness, it needs time to birth and mature. Allow the illusions of obsolete world beliefs to kick and scream as much they want as they dissolve, for they hold only the power they are given, having none of their own. Never forget that as the divine in expression you are creators, and in the increasingly intense energies of ascension, you are creating much more quickly. Be the peace you seek and be the love you have looked to others for. It is a new time, a time in which you are ready to know, accept, realize, and integrate everything I have been seeking, lifetime after lifetime. I already am. We are the Arcturian group.